The Frog Who Became a Prince for a Day. Once upon a time, in an on-a-pad kingdom filled with shimmering dewdrops, lived a little green frog named Ferdinand. Ferdinand was a very happy frog with big, curious eyes and a croak that sounded like a giggle. He loved to play leapfrog with his friends, Felicity the dragonfly with her sparkly wings, and Barnaby the busy beetle with his shiny shell. They spent their days exploring the pond, splashing in the cool water, and telling silly stories under the warm sun. One sunny morning, as Ferdinand was practicing his biggest leap, he spotted something extraordinary floating near the edge of the pond. It was a tiny, shimmering golden crown, no bigger than his nose. "Wow!" croaked Ferdinand, his eyes wide with wonder. He carefully nudged it with his snout, and, to his surprise, the crown glowed, and a gentle voice whispered, "For one day you shall be a prince." Suddenly, Ferdinand felt a strange tingle all over. His green skin turned into a smart, tiny blue tunic, and his webbed feet became little booted feet. He was no longer just Ferdinand the Frog, but Prince Ferdinand. He looked around and saw his friends gazing at him with amazement. Felicity buzzed, "You look so princely." Barnaby polished his shell excitedly, "A real prince." Ferdinand, feeling a surge of excitement, decided to use his new royal power for good. He remembered how the little ducklings sometimes struggled to find the sweetest berries. "Let's go find the juiciest berries for everyone," he announced, his voice a little more regal than usual. Their adventure began. Prince Ferdinand, with his sharp eyes, led the way through the tall grass. Felicity, with her high-flying view, spotted a patch of ripe red berries just over the hill. Barnaby, with his strong legs, helped clear away fallen leaves so they could reach the delicious treats. But then they encountered a small challenge. A grumpy old toad named Bartholomew sat guarding the berry patch, croaking, "These berries are mine, all mine." Ferdinand felt a little nervous. He could have gotten angry, but he remembered the gentle voice from the crown. He decided to be kind. "Excuse me, Mr. Bartholomew," he said politely. "We only want a few berries to share with our friends. We promise to leave plenty for you." Bartholomew blinked his sleepy eyes. He wasn't used to such polite requests. He grumbled a little, but then, seeing the genuine smiles on Ferdinand, Felicity, and Barnaby's faces, he let out a sigh. "Oh, all right then, just a few, mind you." And so, Prince Ferdinand, Felicity, and Barnaby gathered the berries, sharing them with all the pond creatures, including the now slightly less grumpy Bartholomew. As the sun began to set, casting a warm orange glow, Ferdinand felt the tingling sensation return. His blue tunic faded back to his green skin, and his booted feet became his familiar webbed feet once more. He was just Ferdinand the Frog again. Ferdinand looked at his friends, who were happily munching on the delicious berries. He realized that even though he was only a prince for a day, he had learned something very important. Being kind and polite and sharing with others made everyone happy, whether he wore a crown or not. And as he settled onto his on-a-pad, feeling the cool evening breeze, Ferdinand knew that the best adventures were the ones shared with friends, and the best royalty was a kind heart.